Hello guys, my name is Nirbhay and I'm going to teach you Adobe Illustrator for fashion design. So basically, um, normally suppose if you have to draw a flat sketch of a denim pant, so most of you are not so uh, professional that you can directly draw a denim sketch in the Illustrator itself. So what you can do is you can take help from existing sketches which is already available in the website. So here I am going to the website Pinterest, all of you must be knowing it, pinterest.com, and I am going to search for denim sketch and I have got few results over here. So what I can do is like I will just click on one image which I like, and what I am going to do is I will just right click, copy image, and then I'll go to Illustrator and then I'm going to paste it. So your sketch will the image will come here. You can reduce the size to fit in the piece like this. Uh, One thing is if you try to draw some line on top of it, basically you won't be able to see the line, or because the opacity of the line is same as black color. So here what happens that this is fill, this is a fill color, and there is no outline. So normally when you try to sketch something you have to take a outline color. So what I can do is I'll just double click on this stroke, I'll take black color from here, or you can select color from here, or you can select from the swatch box. So I can just select the black color. This time I don't want to have a white fill, so what I'm going to do is I'll do none. So now when I'll draw it, we can see a black line without fill. Okay, you can just move, take the direct selection tool to move the element. There's two basic difference between the selection tool and direct selection tool. Selection tool is to move whole image, whole sketch, and then direct selection tool is to work with any particular node. So what you have to do is to first deselect it, click outside, and then click somewhere on the line path, and then you will be able to see this small white dots. These are nodes. So if you want to change some node, you can just click on the node and adjust the shape. You can also work with the handles. These are the handles. You can just use the handles and change the shape. What is happening that the handles are changing in both the direction, but if you want to move it only in one direction, so you can just press alt in the keyboard and then move one handle like this. Okay, so first thing what we have to do is I'm going to delete this scratch. First thing what we have to do is to reduce the opacity of the image so that we can see where our tracing lines are going. So I'll just click on this image and I'll make the opacity to 50%, 47, or you can manually type it here 50%. So now the image is 50%. But normally what happens that when you start tracing, the image sometimes get move, or it get aside from the exact place. So what, to avoid that, what you can do is to lock this image. So I am going to lock this image. So the shortcut is Control 2, or you can just go from here, object, lock, and Control 2. So now this layer is locked. You won't be able to move it because this layer is locked. To unlock this layer, all you have to do is to object and Control Alt 2, unlock all. Then again you will be able to move this image. So I am going to lock it again. I'll just press Control 2 and this image is again locked. So like how I said that I want to keep the stroke color in black and fill, no fill. So you can just click on the fill and then none. So what will happen? There is no fill, but you have the stroke color in black. Now to start tracing it, you have to zoom this image a little bit, take pen tool, start with one point. To make a straight line, you just have to simply click, and to make a curve, you have to click somewhere, and then you don't have to release the mouse and drag it in the direction where you want to, where the curves are going. So I am going to do like this, and this, and this, and this. So this way I am going to complete the outline sketch first. Remember, whenever you are going to trace an image, first thing what you should do is to trace the outline. So that's what I am going to do here. I'll click here, again here, like this, or undo like this, and then to make a curve, I'll just click here, small curve, like this, straight line, curve. I'll click on this point, then from here to here it's almost straight, slightly curved, so you can just give a slight curve over here, and then I'll click here, again I'll go here, curve, 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 slight curve, curve, click, straight line, click, curve, 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 again curve. I'll click here, and then curve, again curve. I can see here curve. I'll click here on this point and see here what is happening. I'll just zoom it and you can see this point. What happened that when I click here, the line get extended like this. To avoid this extended part, you have to click on the last point, so that it's the elasticity of the line will get removed, and then you can start working further. So from here to a straight line, then small curve, then small curve. From here to here I'll give curve, control minus for zoom out, control plus for zoom in. Here same thing again it's happening. So what I need to do is I'll click on the last point, curve, curve, slight curve, straight line, curve, control minus, because the area from here to here is almost straight, so we are going to click on the longer distance. So I am just going to click here, small curve, again small curve like this, curve, curve, undo, curve, curve, click on the last point so that we can go this side, curve, curve, again curve, and then click on the last point so the elasticity will get removed, and then from here to here it is basic curve. So I'll just click on the last point and I'm just going to drag it in the direction where the previous line is. So now you can see the lines are already done. Now we are going to start the inner tracing. So what you can do is take pen tool again, click from this point, from here to here it is almost straight, so I am just going to click like this, click on the last point like this, curve, and then from here to here it's basic curve, simple curve, so I am just going to click on the last point. To deselect it, you just have to click the selection tool, first tool, click outside, the existing lines will get deselected, then again select the pen tool. I am going to start from here like this. I am again going to take the pen tool like this. Okay, then we have this center front line, it is in curve, so I am just going to drag it this way, like this, and I am going to end on the joint. Deselect it. We can create this side pocket. I'll just take the pen tool, click here. I can directly click here and drag it in the direction where we want to have the curve, like this. Same way for the other pocket, like this, and here. Okay. Then we have one line over here, side seam. I'll just take this line like this, like this. So basically you just have to trace all the lines, and it is only till here. So I'll just stop it, click outside. I'll take the pen tool, I'll click here again. From here to here, basic curve, you can simply create by dragging it from here to here, like this. I'll again take the pen tool from here to here, again a curve line. I'm going to pen tool again. I'll just click on this last node, drag it like this, drag it like this, and drag it like this. Deselect, take pen tool, again a curve, simple curve. So I'm just going to drag it like this. Okay, then we have this left side leg. I'll just draw the line like this, like this, and like this, and like this. Curve and curve. Okay. Then we have this coin pocket line. I'll just click here and a curve like this. Deselect. I'll just create the belt loop. For what? For that we can simply draw a curve line. Click on the last point, straight line, a curve line. Click on the last point and click on the first point where it will get connected. Same way we can do the other belt loop like this and like this. Click on the last point, straight line, curve, click on the last point and then this point. Okay. Now we have this stitching line. So I am going to teach you how to create a stitch line. So basically if you create a line, this is simple, just simple a line. You can go to stroke, or you can just, if you don't see it here, you can simply go to window and stroke. If it is already open, it will be clicked, and if it is not here, it will be unclicked. So if you want to open a stroke window, you can click here or directly click here. So this line have black outline and no fill. To make it in a stretch line, you can, if you can see a dashed line dialog box over here, you can click on that. So now what happens, the default value you will get is 12 point and this will be 0. So this default point line will be like this. So what you can do is to make it 2 or 1. This is dash and this is gap. Remember, this is very important. I'm going to tell you what. This black portion is dash and this white portion, the blank space, is gap. So suppose you want to have this black portion little longer, you can increase the dash, like right now it is 2 and I'm going to make it 3, and the gap is 1. So the gap is 3 times smaller than the dash, or you can also say that the dash is 3 times longer than the gap. We also have an option over here for a round cap. So once you will click on this round cap, uh, the edges of the dash will get rounded, and if you want to increase the gap little more, I am going to make it 1.5 and enter. So it will look like a stretch line. Zoom out and see, it is looking like a stretch line, but still the gap is little more. So I am going to reduce the dash little bit, so I am going to make it 2 point and 1.5. Okay, you can also reduce the width of this line. Right now it is stroke is 1 point, we can make it 0.5, so it will look like this. Zoom out and see how it looks. Okay, so this way we can create our dash line. To we also have a very important tool to erase a line. Suppose if I draw some line over here and there is no dash over here. Suppose you want to cut this line, this is very useful tool. Below pencil tool you can see path eraser tool. You can select this path eraser tool because this is a path, this is not a shape. Path is basically a line. So if you have to reduce the size of the shape, you can simply drag like this, select the line and drag like this. Okay, it's not happening. I'll select again, take path eraser tool like this, from this point, I don't know, yeah, it is happening. And if you want to cut it from the center, you can simply move the path eraser tool like this, and you can just use the rest of the line, and you can delete whatever you want. Select it and press delete on the keyboard. So now to create the stretch line, what we can see here, that this line, the dash line over here, the dash line over here is very parallel to the line which we have drawn. So here what we are going to do is, we can simply select this line from the selection tool, the first selection tool, click on the line, press Ctrl C to copy it. I'll show it here. Ctrl C is for copy. And one thing you should always remember in Illustrator, never do Ctrl V. Forget about Ctrl V for paste. Always use Ctrl F. Ctrl F is the full form of Ctrl F is paste in same place. So what I'm going to do is, what will happen? We have already copied something, and again Ctrl F, which is paste in front. So it will create a copy. Then either you can move right side with the use of your right arrow tool like this, so you will get a very parallel line like this. So I am just going to keep it here, and I'll click on the dash line. Or if we already have a line over here, we can simply select this pick tool, eyedropper tool, sorry, this is eyedropper tool, and this line is selected already, and click on the existing line. So what will happen, that same property will follow on the line which we wanted to change. So this way, can you see, it is very nicely done stretch line. Same way what we can do here, either we can create a new line like this, click here, make a curve. Yeah, because it was already, we have already selected that line before, the same property will follow here. Then again I am going to draw it from here till here. Now this is a dash line. If you don't want to have to dash line, you just have to unclick this button. Okay, so again from here I am going to do one more dash line like this, and deselect pen tool, one more dash line like this. Okay, we can see here a stitch here over here. So we already, this stitch ends here, it is not going throughout the bottom. So what we can do is, we can click on this line, press Ctrl C for copy and Ctrl F for paste, move this line little bit, and remember the path eraser tool I have told just now. You can take this path eraser tool, give a cut over here, go to selection tool, we don't want the bottom area, select the bottom area and delete it from the keyboard. Now we have this line over here, take the eyedropper tool, click on any existing line. So this line will also become dash line. Same way for the waistband we can do. I'll just select this line. Either you can Ctrl C and Ctrl F, or simply drag this line and press Alt. Alt is for alternate, and it will create a copy. So now a new line is already here. I'm going to eyedropper tool, click it here, but this line should not come on top of waistband belt loop. So what you can do is take the path eraser tool, remove it from here to here. Same way for upper waistband, I'm going to drag it and press Alt. So what happened? It made a copy. I'll take this eyedropper tool, I'll select the unwanted, I'll give a cut over here like this and see what happens. Okay, so here we already got a line over here. We can take the direct selection tool, click on the last node and we can move the position like this. Got it? Yeah. Same way for the belt loop, I'll just simply click from the direct selection tool, I'll just simply click on this left line, Control C and Control F. It will create a copy and I'll press right like this. I'll take eyedropper tool, click on the existing line. Now we already have line over, we can just drag it and press Alt in the keyboard, it will create a copy. Same way here, I'll just edit, copy, edit, paste in front, Control C and Control F, right click, right move, right arrow key, click on the line, then we already got a line, we can move it and press Alt for a copy. If you are not happy with the shape, you can simply take the direct selection tool, click on the line, you will see this handle and I am going to adjust the shape little bit. We also need a line over here, so we can take selection tool, drag it like this wherever you want to have the position, press Alt in the keyboard, it will make a copy, take the eyedropper tool and click on an existing line, but we don't want to have this overlapping. We can take this path eraser tool and erase it from here to here. Same way for the waistband, either we can drag it like this, so what will happen, that whole outline will get duplicate. Nothing to worry, you can just take the path eraser tool, give a cut over here, give a cut over here, take the selection tool, select the unwanted line, delete it. We have a line over here, take the eyedropper tool, click on the existing line. Got it? Same way, we have a line over here in center front, we can simply drag it, click Alt, take eyedropper tool, select existing line, dot dash line, and here it is fine. Okay, this line is totally fine, and then yeah, this line, we can just simply take this line again, place it here somewhere, press Alt, and here the line is changing. We want to move it from this direction to this direction. We can take the path eraser tool, we can remove the unwanted lines from here, and here also it is not going the same direction. We can delete the unwanted lines. We can take the direct selection tool, click outside, select the individual node, we can give it a shape like this. We can use the handle and give a shape like this. Now from here, what we can do is take the pen tool, click on the last point so that it will continue the drawing, and drag it in the direction where you want to have it, deselect it, because it is on the fly, it will be a double stitch, so you can simply drag it, press Alt, it will create a copy. Same way for our side pocket on the other side, you can simply click a line from here to here, then deselect is again pen tool. The shortcut for pen is P. You can press key on the P on the keyboard and the pen tool will get selected. Here also the belt loop thing, we don't want to have this overlapping. We can take the path eraser tool, we can remove this part. Here also we can select this line, take path eraser tool, and we can erase this center part. Press Control minus, and now I think all the stretch line is already drawn. If you want to give this curve lines, you can also create this curve line with the use of help tool. like this, and then like this and like this. So all this you can create and reduce the opacity like 50%, so that right now it is black and will become gray. Zoom out. So I think your image is already completed. I think your image is already completed. Okay, and now you want to remove the background image. So what you can do is press Ctrl Alt 3 to, we have to unlock this background image. So we can go to Object, Unlock All, because we have already locked that image. So I am going to click Unlock All. The image will get unlocked. Now you can select the image, you can move it from previous position and then delete it like this. So now your sketch is ready. You can, if you want to have a fill color on this sketch, click, take the selection tool, click on the outside image, go to fill, or go to swatches, select any color. So I am just going to select a light brown color. It will get filled. But suppose if you want to have a denim fabric texture on this, go to Pinterest or go to Google, type for denim swatches. Select some, go to images. So I am going to select this icon, this image from here, right click, copy image, go to Illustrator, paste it here, reduce the size a little bit so that you can get the denim effect. Drag it and place it inside the swatch box so that a new swatch will get created in a denim pattern. Now again you have to do is select the outline. On the fill you have to select this denim swatch. So this way it will get colored in denim. Thank you for watching.